We've got clouds, but it's 60 degrees out there. And I think we're actually missing the rain. We were worried about getting robot wet when we drove today. Although, Chris Michaels, our local WRAL meteorologist, said we had ground sweat last night. So the ground was actually cooler than the air temperature. So it made it kind of look like it rained, but it hasn't actually rained. Morris, did you want to come up here to eat? He goes, no, I don't think so this morning, Mom. I've got kitty friends down here on the ground, and I would rather eat down here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to keep Marty and Stripe in the house as much as I might like today because of the warm temperatures. What I was trying to say is that the kitties don't like to be contained in the house when it's warm outside, and already Stripe is trying to lead Marty on a yard walk that I tried to discourage him from doing, but not having a lot of luck. Well, I've been out here walking around with the kitties. I refilled the water on the other side of the bridge, the little bird bath there, and I threw 500 plus sweet gum balls into the creek from that open area, mossy, grassy area on the other side of the bridge, and hung out with my kitties and got out of breath and soaked in some early in the day sunlight and, you know, all that good stuff. And I'm remembering now to drink a little extra water to help my, you know, kidney numbers be good, which I've never had a problem with mine, but we don't want to go in there dehydrated either. All right, we're on our way up to Duke Regional Hospital. There's a couple spits of rain. I guess I gotta come fix this sooner than later, Donnie.
You're causing consternation.
Yeah, she's having to avoid the sweet gum ball pile. Well, I would have took care of it if I'd have had a full battery, but once you've held that thing for 30 minutes and walked the entire length of the driveway, you really don't feel like coming down a second time.
I'm sorry I didn't come out and bring you a battery.
Hint, hint.
Yes, I understand.
That translates to I'm blaming Dawn. It's Dawn's fault. It's Dawn's fault.
That's right.
Well, I didn't mention it this morning, but Stripe must have got into it with somebody outside, although he's been inside overnight every night for months and months now.
Another Tesla.
But he's got a boo-boo on his neck. Looks like he got a bite and does not look serious, but I'll be keeping an eye on it. I was loving all over him and petting on him, and I'm like, what is going on under your chin up here, on the side of your neck up here, buddy? Hopefully it's nothing. I don't need more things to worry about. I'm worried anyway. He's in the house. Him and Marty are under house arrest while we're gone. We're supposed to be getting Amazon coming, and we'll worry less if they're sleeping it off in the house. Sleeping off that desire to be in places in the yard I don't want them. I am so mad. I am. I wasn't fast enough with the camera, but it just washed the windshield. It's a perfectly clean windshield. We washed it yesterday. It's not dirty.
I don't know what
it's not dirty at all. Don't wash it again.
Well, it's too late at this point to wash it all.
Man, that's why we go around now with a dirty windshield all the time. It's because the car keeps on trying to clean the windshield, and it just... Oh, God. I'm so stressed about the car being clean. Maybe we shouldn't wash it anymore.
It's all, we had to get all that.
Yeah, we had to get the salt and stuff off. Other road dirt, normal road dirt, but we're not used to having that crap on our cars here, and
yeah, I told her
it needed to go.
Yeah, like I said, no more snow dances. I'm gonna put away the
yeah,
snow
I did an excellent job this year with my
snow dance.
Let it snow. It's winter. Snowflakes everywhere. Snowmen up. Well, we got up here without getting completely dirty.
That's right.
There's a little bit of dust up there behind the back wheels. And I don't know where that's from, but it's nothing you can do about it. All right, let's go get good results and go home.
That's right.
We got lunch waiting on us in the car. We're ready to fly. Well, we are leaving the hospital, and my 2 blood panels were all in the green.
Yep.
And my exam was fine. And I still will get the cancer marker numbers probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we also decided that we're not going to run them anymore if they come back normal. And we also moved my appointment 7 months out until September.
Yeah.
I wanted a little farther away than... It's like we're trying to get Johnny set up at school and have to deal with coming up here at the same time. And I'd like another month's cushion.
Sure.
So I've got some food for us, a snack we're going to eat.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Well, I hadn't had my normal caffeine, so I fell asleep on the way home from the doctor's office, and Don was pretty sleepy too, but he supervised. I do believe this is my neighbor. He lives down the street with the dump truck. Anyway, we got home and we were gonna go up to the park, but I took another look at the wound on Stripe's neck, and it's not formed an abscess and it's not swollen, but boy, he's been scratching on it. It looks like Big Boy's been licking on it. I would like to get the vet to look at it and maybe clean it up some more and decide if we need to put him on antibiotics as a preventative, so we don't end up in trouble and end up at the emergency vet or something. So I'm considering this a precautionary. If I hadn't had some of the troubles I had, I would have played a wait and see approach to it. But I'm feeling like the right thing to do for Stripe is to get it checked out. And she wants to put him on an antibiotic, Veriflox or whatever. Then we'll be giving antibiotic to 2 kitties. I got to say, Marty's back outside. I left him in the house while we were gone. Keep him out of trouble. I knew we were getting deliveries and stuff. And I have to say, Marty was very ready to go out. And Marty's looking pretty chipper. Pretty spunky. Pretty good. So I'm pleased. As I've been giving him the antibiotic at night, you know, I kind of have to pinch his jaw to force it open to put the syringe in his mouth. Not once, but twice. The antibiotic followed by the water. Get it down out of his throat. That's been working great for us. We're chasing the antibiotic with a water syringe. But what I was going to say is, I've been really careful not to put any pressure on the area of his mouth where he had the bleeding. Because although I certainly haven't been hard, haven't wanted to cause him any pain, haven't been rough with him or anything, when he's trying to get away, even though Don's holding him, I could have put some pressure up there. So where he has what we think is the bad tooth spot, I've been trying really hard not to put any pressure there. I wish I'd gone through the neighborhood. It's just safer this time of day. I wasn't thinking. I forget that this is a hard left turn. I thought I started self-driving. I hadn't started self-driving. I'm going to be messing with Don's driving here. I'll get it going in as soon as I make the turn. What I was trying to say is I put in the vet so I could enable FSD, so I would, had navigation in, and then I forgot to engage it. But anyway, we're in FSD now, and back there at the stoplight, where I was turning right here onto Judd Parkway, there's 30 cars backed up because it's going on 4:15. It's starting to be rush hour traffic, and that's a little busy little intersection, especially since it comes from 55 over to here now. Since they finished the loop, that intersection gets a lot more traffic. And she was waiting to turn, and there was, some cars turning right and left and some cars coming across, and she was waiting, and she started to go, and I'm like, what are you doing? Because there's just one car turning, but it's still green. But she started to turn, and right then the light turned green. We've seen that happen a few times now. We've seen it it's predicting the light turning, or was it actually the camera on the left side of the car could see the yellow and therefore knew the light was going to turn green? Or is there some voodoo behind the scenes magic that it's hooked up to this intersection and it knows the light's turning? Or I don't know. It has seemed to have a sixth sense about these things on a few occasions when Don and I have been out together. And back there was the same thing. I was like, how do you know the light is turning green? And she started to go. She did fine. She did fine. Now I'm going to take over when I get into the Zaxby's parking lot, because I'm going to want to park in my spot where I want to park. I got a very specific spot I'm willing to park in over here. Dawn is putting up our nest box from Bird Feed with the camera in it. And then, assuming I get home in a good enough time and it's not getting dark too early now, we're going to go up to the park and fix that pole, because we got gorgeous weather. It's currently 66 degrees. Tomorrow's only going to be in the 50s. You know, it's just not going to last. But boy, has it been nice to have a break in this weather. So nice to have had a couple of days of sun and warm. We started out a little off this morning, but you know, the weather guy had assured us we were going to recover in the afternoon, and he was not wrong. So anyway, I don't think this appointment will last too long. I think they'll have that spot cleaned up however they want to clean it up, and decide whether or not to do a antibiotic pretty quick here. Well, Stripe and I are on our way home. Let me start self-driving. We weren't in there very long, 15 minutes. They cleaned him up gentle. She says they shaved the hair away from the wound, which is always what they do first. They gently cleaned it, and she gave him an antibiotic shot that's good for 2 weeks. That should help prevent infection. She said it's probably from another cat that he got in with outside, but who knows. And she says she thinks he'll heal on up, no problems. I agree. It was not the worst wound ever. And she said, boy, that is the nicest cat. And I said, yep, he sure is. I mean, really, honestly, Stripe is just super sweet. Almost always in a good, calm mood. Allows you to do stuff to him. No, car, we're not getting in that turn lane. I should have realized that's what you were going to do, but we're not doing that. I mean, it's a poor decision by the car. By navigation, not FSD, but navigation to get in that turn lane. First off, there's 20 cars in it. And second off, that one over by the house, there's 20 cars in it too. And I suppose I could have... There, we'll do that. I switched. We were here, and then I switched. I know the glare is horrible, but anyway, I switched the route now. Release the pedal, sure. Okay, well, that was a little disconcerting to take your foot off the pedal when you're stopped, but the car didn't move. I'm learning. You know, remember the regen and the coming to a full stop is a little different in this car than Ruby, but I'm capable of learning. I'm gonna be all ready to drive the Cybertruck. I'm gonna get it right. Anyway, you can see that red right there? That's the intersection at South Park, and there's no red this way. Now apparently it thinks it's 10 minutes in both directions. I'm just gonna tell you that going straight here and coming through the heart of downtown is a much better experience going home, and will absolutely be faster than going the other way. Coming in this direction, you know, going past South Car, when there was 3 cars waiting to go straight or turn, and there was 20 or 30 waiting to come through the light. So it's just nuts to go that way this time of day. She's doing 37 and a 35. I'm happy enough. I've got her in, actually she's in chill, but that's good because I don't really want to speed through town. I'm good with standard or hurry out on the highways. It's not a problem, but here through town, the cops, well, first off, it's not safe because it's the city and there's people and people do dumb stuff, and it's not designed for that. This 5-lane divided road here where people get out in the middle sometimes is not the safest. But anyway, I'm happy enough with how she's navigating through here. Well, I'm glad Stripey's going to be okay. I'm going to have to let him walk around the yard a little bit and use the bathroom and stretch his legs in this pretty sunshine. But I will be, he's not going to be walking out to the mailbox 3 or 4 times tonight looking to get into another fight with somebody. That's not happening. I don't know when it had to be before he came in last night. But he was in from 9 p.m. until 8 a.m. You know, he was in for 11 hours. He didn't, you know, fuss to go out. It didn't happen during the night. It wasn't one of the cats in the house. I guarantee it. And, so it had to be yesterday sometime. I just don't know what happened to him.
Well, this box has been up here since, I believe it was 2009 when I got this. This is the very first box I ever got. I think Marion got me this for my birthday present. Anyway, it's had brood every year. I think maybe one year was an off year, but it's been used a lot. It's getting needs a little repair, a little attention. So I'm going to take that down, and we're going to mount our new bird feed box that has a camera that looks down into the nest. The Wi-Fi, in case you've forgotten, is right there in the corner of the soffit, right there behind that rain gutter. Well, actually, if you look really close, you probably can see it. Did I do that the right way? No, this way. There it is. Ooh, there it is. You see that little round disc? You see the rain gutter coming down, which is lit up by the sun, but then there's a little dark thing back there. It's beige. That's the Wi-Fi access point. So this should have good coverage. Well, there it is. I have to say I like the way it installs. I needed to put it out so it didn't get caught on that white plastic pipe. No, I didn't have to cut the pipe off, and the top of that 2x2 is pretty rotten, so I had to put it down. And of course they gave you 4 screw holes in that metal bracket, but of course I didn't know they didn't give you 2 holes in the center. So it would have been nice if I could have 2 holes in the center, but I just used a little piece of pressure treated 2x4, put a couple screws into it. But I think she'll like it because she can take this down and clean it out really good, really easy, and it just slips up there just that easy. I got the solar panel adjusted more or less like the other ones are. We'll see how it works, if it keeps charged up, and when she gets home I'm sure she'll be able to check it on the Wi-Fi.
So we're fixing this pole. This green guy was in there, but when the lawnmower hit it, it messed it up in more ways than one. So we got a more stout piece of metal to go inside the aluminum pipe, and then the baffle. Donna get it all put back together. It's beautiful out here, and we got lots of people enjoying the basketball court. All right, it's good for another year. Hopefully the guys won't hit it with the lawnmower again.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it's not like it's got a white pipe on it or next to a tree.
Right, you know, it's like, you know, you could miss it if you tried.
I know. Well, they didn't, I'm sure they didn't hit it on purpose, but they also didn't straighten it out after they hit it either. They just like, we hit your box.
In all honesty, that piece of green,
yeah,
that wasn't strong. They're not going to bend that.
Yeah, it's got a nice, well, we've been, the boxes we bought, $25 a piece, $30 a piece. We got prime quality boxes, but the pipe and all the other stuff we've been using whatever we could scrounge up. Yeah, but we need some more pipe and some more tube. We could use some more of both. We'd put up another box if we had it.
Yeah. Well, I think I have enough for one more box.
Okay, well, I told you where I want to put it. We'll have to scope out our day to install it.
When I went to find the piece of pipe, that I didn't really want to have to use that nice steel fence post. If I could find this other piece of pipe that I had, I would have used it. But we'll use that other piece of pipe at this place, because this place does likely get more wear. I mean, kids at the 4th of July, I'm sure they were swinging. I mean, those guys were having jungle gym on that.
I hope not, but I have seen parents allow their children to do things with others' property that I just am appalled at, so I guess I wouldn't be totally shocked.
Right, well, the fireworks go off like, well, this is not good because the trees are in the way.
Right.
But, you know,
I think mostly they parked over here. They had the handicapped parking or something over here.
Right.
Yeah. And the sweet gumballs here, are so bad you almost can't walk in this spot, because that's what this tree is. And you can see they ain't all down either, by the way. They're not all down.
If I was going to improve this, you know, they spin all that over there.
Yeah.
I'd take down that sweet gum tree.
Well, let's not. It probably come down sometime in a storm. The bottom of the tree is not in good condition, but that's all right. If it takes our box out, but we had birds in this box this year, and we see them all the time over here. So, yeah. Well, the only reason why the only reason why the box is so close to the tree was so that it wouldn't get hit by the lawnmower.
Right.
We were trying to put it out in the middle of the field, but we put it near the tree, thinking it was anyway.
Right.
The tree kind of, you don't really, it's too close to the tree. If we weren't worried about the lawnmower, it would be right here in the middle of the grass would be a much better spot. You don't, it's like squirrels can jump about 15 feet from the closest tree. Now the squirrels ain't going to hurt the birds, but snakes and other raccoons and other critters can certainly hurt the birds. We're back over here by ball field 3 now, getting the sweet gums cut away from the birdhouse over here, which also had a nest in it last year. So I had to let Mr. Man walk around the yard a little bit. I did finally get around. All the lights are on right now, so it's not super pretty, but I did turn my lights purple and red last night. I finally woke up that, oh, I forgot to do that when I converted over to Thanksgiving. Listen to me, converted over to Valentine's Day. It looks much better as purple and red. I'm very pleased. I guess it almost looks pinkish, but on the remote it was purple. Pink would be fine too, magenta, you know.